I think we're live now.
Awesome. Well, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, buddy.
This Bud's for you. Actually, it's not
Yeah,
Bud, but it was a
I got
long day, and this is a much-deserved beer after work.
Where did you put them?
My family's decided they're gonna come and join me.
I don't know.
Oh, there's ducks quacking.
that was Shane. He said he was going to get on here.
Cool.
Shane,
Why?
he sent me a text.
Why?
Because I can't want you to safely use your saw. You don't have your gloves or your safety glasses.
Okay, I'll get those.
Little buddy is
Please, can I go there?
hell bent on showing you how his Leatherman saw works.
Oh.
He's very excited about his Leatherman saw.
Please, can you just give me safety glasses and my gloves?
Sorry, I know I'm not being the best video chat guy right now.
Yeah, I kind of hoped that they would have texted me back. Well, Shane did. He just texted me. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll be on here shortly, and we could do a short chat, something like that.
Yeah, we've been super busy. Today was the kids' last day of school, and I got that side job going on, and had some errands that I had to run, and so hopefully, if we decide to, continue to do a Wednesday thing or whatever, I'll definitely be a little bit more prepared for you. But
I think once you get through a few of them, it just goes smoother,
yeah, well, I really appreciate you setting it up because I am not that technologically capable.
Well, when you set it up, you get on the page, and people can get on there, and then you can wait until you broadcast it live, and you set up that page, and you're waiting for people to get on because you don't want to go live and it's just you, rambling on about, nonsense.
Right.
So we got 3 viewers now, looks like.
3 viewers? Boy, this is some riveting stuff they're watching here.
Yeah. And I'm trying to get where I can see comments and everything. I actually did a video chat with Jennifer Young.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and she showed me a lot of stuff on how to get it set up right. And
So
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of conversations with her, but she seems like a super awesome person and just one of those people in the community that wants to help everybody. And I don't know, I've really enjoyed watching what she's done. She does the Mad Monday reviews or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. She's got it set up, looks like she's a news anchor.
Yeah. So Aiden is going to show you how he cuts with his Leatherman saw. Though I'm not feeling too good about where we're doing this or how we're doing this. He doesn't have a lot of experience cutting with the saw, so
He'll get it.
look at that action. Not bad for a 5-year-old. You're cutting with your right hand. You're a left-hander.
Yes, sometimes I use it better if I use my right hand.
You like using your right hand sometimes more?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Aiden. You're live cutting some wood on YouTube.
There.
You have anything to say to the camera?
No.
No? Okay. Did you finish your dinner? Get in there, kid.
No. Orange.
Oh, okay. So Aiden's gonna hang out for a minute.
Got his safety glasses. Got to get him a pair of leather gloves too.
Yeah, he has numerous pairs of gloves. The problem is that the gloves get worn outside, and then they get left in the sandbox or on the play set or in the garden. You know how it is. Isn't that right, buddy? All right.
They're
So
they're
anyway.
they're fun when they're that age, and my youngest is a teenager, going to be 13, and I am not looking forward to having any more kids.
Well, that's it. I have a daughter who's in ninth grade. Actually, she just got out of school too, so she just got done her freshman year. So we have a little bit of a gap there. I had one starting high school, one starting kindergarten. But anyway,
So you got any plans for some upcoming videos?
I actually do have some plans for some upcoming videos, and one of the topics that I was going to, that was actually one of the topics that I was going to ask everybody to talk about is what their plans were for, the first part of the summer as far as YouTube and videos, because I know a lot of people, myself included, are going to get really busy now that the kids are on vacation and the weather's good. Here in Maine we get, that 3 weeks of summertime before the leaves start falling off the tree, so you got to take advantage of it. But Bushcraft Bartons is actually doing. Oh, Doug just messaged me, I think. Bushcraft Bartons is. Doug said he's still looking for it. And
Tell him I'll send him a link in his PM.
Sorry, I'll finish my. I can't type on this teeny weeny keyboard and talk at the same time. Well, actually, I guess I'm doing it right now. So. And you link. Cool. So, Bushcraft Bartons just hit 40,000 subscribers, and if you haven't checked out Bushcraft Bartons, you got to. I know you have, but some of the most, I want to say, thorough bushcraft videos on the YouTube. I think, at least for our area. He lives in the same, basically lives in the same woods as I do. He's just, a couple hundred miles north of me, but the forest that I'm in just continues right up into Quebec, and that's where he's at. So, Aiden, that's a piece of metal. You're not going to be cutting that with a saw. Sorry. I'll get through this comment here in a second, but in any case, he just hit 40,000, and he wants you. He's doing a challenge with some incredible gifts, and he wants you to take him out into the woods and to carve a wooden knife. And I've been really. I mean, you know me. I love carving. I love shooting YouTube videos. But I just have so many YouTube videos that I want to do that I wasn't sure that I was going to get to this one. But I just watched the, I think there are 6 entries so far, and I just watched all 6 videos last night. And after watching those videos, it has inspired me to do that. No, honey, you're not cutting your fingernails with your Leatherman.
No.
What are you? Oh, a fingernail file?
Yeah.
So in any case, I am going to be heading into the woods, and I'm going to be carving a knife for Mike at Bushcraft Bartons. Again, the prizes are awesome, but I'm not really doing it to, to enter to win any prizes. It's more that just because he was one of the original channels that I subscribed to, and and watched. And cripe, I think I don't know how many videos he has, probably a couple hundred, but I've seen at least 100 of them. And it's just really a great channel. So I'm doing it in honor of Mike and just to pay my respects to him.
Yeah, that he's got a fun channel to watch. That's a very fun channel to watch.
Yeah, it's just loaded with tons of bushcraft knowledge, and he's another one of those guys who, I mean, English is his second language. I mean, obviously he speaks it very fluently, but Aiden, let me see.
Please not close it.
Yeah, to close it, you have to open up one of the other tools, which means I want you to put this away, okay?
Why?
Because it's too late at night. I can't pay attention to you and chat with Daryl, and I don't want you to get hurt, buddy. But you're on summer vacation now, and we'll have plenty of time to use this awesome tool from the Netherlands. So can you go give this to Mom, please?
No, Mom said if I go in, I can't. I have to stay in, but I don't want to stay in.
Wait a minute. What is this?
Uh-oh. Look at that.
How's it going?
Going pretty good. Can you hear us all right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nope. Okay. Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Shane.
All right. I just had a little thing pop up, so I thought my mic wasn't on.
So how are you doing this fine evening?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Sorry, I rushed to get in here, so discombobulated.
Oh, that's all right. We're just getting started, and Aiden here wanted to show everybody how to cut some wood with his Leatherman, and he's done a great job at distracting me from having conversation too.
How you doing, Aiden? Hi, buddy.
Oh, he's turning kind of pink right now.
Oh, that's
Mr.
all right.
Shy Guy.
My youngest.
What's ahead, Shane?
Thank you for the pictures, buddy. Those are awesome.
So you're welcome.
You're welcome.
All I can do right now is giggle.
Oh, good.
He had his last day of kindergarten today, so he's officially on summer vacation. Normally he would be long since tucked into bed and maybe watching a last show or having some books or something. So this is a special night for him.
Awesome.
So,
congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My kids just got out of school last week, so they're up and running around too.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yes. Do you remember what that's like, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Summer vacation. Aiden getting his first one.
So Shane, we were talking about upcoming videos. Do you have any upcoming videos coming up out there soon?
I have a couple things. One little one that I'm thinking about doing is another cheap gear vid. Like I did one before. I'm broke as hell, so I try and do with what I've got. And I actually got, I'm grabbing this. I made this sheath for my saw, just out of some duct tape. Thing's super tight. But
Nice.
I was gonna show that it's got the dangler because I like it to be able to hang a little bit lower. I got a new headlamp, couple other little things that I'm gonna probably show on it, and then I have a couple hikes planned with my boys again. Maybe on my own, I don't know yet, but some other places that are around here. I got a good response for that Father's Day one, so I'm gonna try to get out to some more of the local places here and film that too. Plus, I got to get together a cooking video for you, Daryl.
I see you're getting a lot of response for your 100 sub. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
There was.
I've got.
I kind
Got
of
the
felt.
checks.
I kind of felt guilty a little bit doing so many knots, and it was like,
Oh
them
no,
were the common ones, but I didn't
no,
think
you shouldn't
about
have
it
felt
when I was
guilty at
shooting
all. It
it.
was great. It was great. I'm trying to. I don't know if I have them all on there or not, but I think I've got 17 PBRs already, and I kind of put them
Nice.
together in a playlist.
Dad, listen.
So if anybody wants to go look at the knots that people showed, because there's no way I can remember them all. So I have to go back and reference too.
I like.
Yeah, I actually, what I did was I set up a playlist in on my channel. I just titled it 100 plus sub giveaway, and I think I have 17 too. And I thank you for reminding me, Shane. Tonight is the last night of my 100 sub contest.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to tally up all the videos, and that will definitely be the first video that I have to shoot. I'm glad you reminded me.
That's cool. Yeah, I kind of did
I
the same thing. I put them all in a playlist.
I sent out my 50 sub giveaway prize to Mr. Scooty, and I sent out Mark over there in the Netherlands. I sent both of them packages out at the same time, and Scott still hasn't received the package yet.
God hasn't?
No, he hasn't received it yet, so
Wow.
I have to figure out where the hell that thing went.
Did you get a tracking number, insurance, or anything on it?
You know what? It was such small items that I didn't think about. If I was sending something real expensive, I probably would have got insurance, but I don't know. I'm gonna wait a few more days and see what's going on with that. But he should have got it. I hope it's not in Pakistan or something.
Okay.
Hey, has Doug commented on this video? Because I actually got a text back from him that says got the PM with the link, but it says that it's invalid. And
Tell him to go into his what do you call it?
G plus.
Yeah, G plus into the Hangouts, and if he sent him an invite, it should be right there on his home Hangouts page.
Yeah,
No.
that's where I got in. Was I went to. Honey, I can't clip that on. We took the hook off.
Okay, if I go to Google Plus, where do I invite him?
Well, he should have a Hangout tab on the right side of his browser screen in Google Plus, and you click on that, and that is where I found a little tab that says that you were having a live chat, and then I just clicked the thing that says join the live chat.
Yep.
And then had to click a few more things to get to the to get to the actual where we're at now. But every time I've joined a chat, it's been through a different avenue. But it's always kind of revolved around either going to my actual Google Plus page or actually, I'm sorry.
No, stop, not onto
That's
that.
nice. I just looked at YouTube, and the picture for the Campfire Talk is my ugly face.
Mom.
Is it? Aiden, I really can't mess around with your fishing pole right now, buddy. I'm trying to help my buddy Doug get onto the chat with us.
Have Doug friend me on Google Plus.
Yeah, I think you do have to be in his circle or something.
I think he's just got to be. I think you just got to be following the person.
Looks like we got 3 people watching. Dish, what's up, Dish? Bronson. I'm a redneck. Cockeram. Bob 360.
See, I don't know how you guys find all that stuff out.
If you go over, open up a new tab and go over to YouTube and find Campfire Talk. If you open up that video, it'll bring up who's watching on the side. It'll bring up comments.
Are you trying to close that?
Yeah, I'm trying
But
to
make sure that if you do open up that other video, make sure that you mute it. Otherwise, you're gonna hear everybody's gonna hear you twice.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get the Matrix thing going on. Well, yeah. I guess that is about the extent of my YouTube knowledge.
I don't see how you get the comments, buddy.
Well, I don't know about you, but for me, they're automatically on the right of the screen
Okay, I see them now.
on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, I do see them now. Oh, let's see. Dish Bronson says first. And then she was like, let's get this party started, my friend. And then,
I know there's a way you can turn on the chat to see it in the regular chat window too, I think. I don't know. I've only been on one other one of these with General Banter.
How is Luke? I haven't seen or talked to him in a while.
I haven't talked to him for a while either. He popped up on one of my videos the other day. I'm supposed to be a part of his, well, I guess I still am because I get the emails, a part of their An Informed State of Mind every Saturday night.
Yep.
But I haven't been able to get on it, and I feel kind of bad about that, but it's just the way that it's been. But I think that that is consuming a lot of his time because they're actually putting a lot of work into that. We get comments or topics together every week to go with, and I don't know, there's a lot going on with it, so I think that's probably consuming a lot of his time.
Poor Doug is trying vigorously to join us, guys.
Is he in Daryl's circles?
Well, he says that he was, but then he says, well, now it says I don't.
hey, Shane, how do I go and find him and Adam on Google Plus?
If you're in Google Plus, just at the top, you can put his name in there as like a normal search you would do. Let me see if I can check it out too.
You know.
Yeah. If you type in Piper, it should pop his name up, and then it says underneath mine anyway that I'm already following him.
Okay, I got it now. So
yeah, you go to his page, and then where it says add to circles in the middle of it.
okay, now when if he goes to the Google Plus, he goes over to the left and hits stream and goes down to Google Hangouts, then he'll be able to find it right there. But he just added me, so I'll try to invite him again.
Okay.
I might have been inviting the wrong damn Douglas.
Yeah, some dude in Sweden's going, who is this 39 Kempa?
Okay, here we go.
No, honey.
This should do it. God, you know you're feeling old when you can't work electronics or anything, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, do either of you guys plan on doing an armored potted meat video for Dish Bronson and Michelle just playing?
Maybe.
Have you seen any of those videos?
Like Doug's. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, Doug and I had talked about it, and I was supposed to go out and do a video, you know, but then I had that incredible cold that totally kicked my butt, so that kind of took out a whole bunch of, I missed doing a VR for Stump. I actually had part of it already shot, but I never did my shout-outs in the closing, and I never got it on, and then I saw that he did the drawing, and I was like, oh, man. But I really want to do the potted meat one. I had a great idea for a kind of like a potted meat commercial. I just don't know if I'm going to have time.
That would be great. I actually
Yeah.
have a friend. I commented on it, I think, on the original video. I don't know. I commented somewhere, but I have a friend. He's since passed away, but he actually loved that stuff. That and
Really?
those little Vienna sausages. He'd sit there and pop that thing open and have a few beers and just munch on them. I was like, I thought that was the most disgusting thing ever. It was
Yeah,
raw.
I don't know. Like the last time I opened up a can of that type of meat product, it had like that like gelatinous clear jelly blobs on the top, and I just opened it and I looked at it and I was like, ah! I am not going anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got hung up, buddy. Aiden's casting his fishing pole off my front deck. He got hung up in the weeds. The weeds being my forsythia bushes in the front.
So is there a lot of lakes there where you guys are?
Yeah, well, I actually live in an area called the Lake Regions. The third biggest lake in Maine is Sebago Lake, and I live near that. It's part of it's in Wyndham. It's a pretty big lake. It's pretty deep. It's 300 plus feet in some places, and there's probably between ponds and lakes. There's probably about 10 just in the town that I live in. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's. I mean, there's states out there with more water, but Maine definitely has a lot of water. Sorry, guys, I'm watching this. I'm getting a little show over here with Hayden. His fishing pole. Oh gosh.
How far are
But
you How far are you from the end of the AT? That Mount? I don't remember how to pronounce it.
well, Mount
Cotton?
Katahdin is probably about I want to say maybe 3.5 hours north of here. It's in Baxter State Park. It's kind of like in the upper like 2/3 of the state. But the Appalachian is like I could pick up that trail um, probably only a half hour from my house.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool.
I live right in the southern part of the state. So I mean, I'm only a half hour from New Hampshire. I don't know if that means anything to you guys,
Yeah.
but I mean, you can drive. It's kind of like Michigan, like where Darryl lives in the southern part. You can drive 5 hours north, and it's like you're in a different, you know, entire different country, different
Right.
world.
Right. Well, I asked because I decided, well, with my wife, I kind of decided, like, I was wavering and I haven't talked about it much really since my opening video. But I have decided that I'm just going to bite the bullet and figure out a way to do the whole thing instead of going out and doing a couple of weeks to start with. I'm
Hmm.
just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So, well, that is if I can figure out how to pull it off. Because it's going to
Yeah.
be a major expense. I have to be away from the family for 5 to 6 months if I do the whole thing in one shot.
Yep.
And I got to have money on the trail to resupply and all that. But if it's something that I'm going to do, I'm going to just do it. You know what I mean? I got to go for it.
Yeah. I have a close relative, well, kind of like family member that he and well, it's kind of a tragic story. I don't want to put a damper on your plan, but they had been training
No,
for it.
that's all right.
They
I know
were
there's.
lifelong friends, and yeah, his friend lived out west and was traveling back east and got into a car accident and died.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah, I know that's terrible story, but um, Glenn decided that he was still going to do this trip, and did a lot of hiking training, like a lot of 2 or 3 day major hikes where you try and cover some serious ground, on the
Yeah.
elevation and so on and so forth to train for it. And what he didn't complete the trip because the planning for your stops and your gear and your restocking and, like you said, the time away from your family. He's got 2 kids, wife obviously, and the expense of not working for 6 months. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an undertaking. Whether the physical aspect of it is one thing. You know, that's kind of mind over matter, but there's some there's some other obstacles to consider as well that are, you know, pretty heavy duty.
Yeah, that's why I say I want to do it. I've decided to do it. I just don't know when or if it's going to be possible, just financially. It's not just that, but the gear to have too to make sure that I'm safe. I mean, I can have my stuff that I'm fine for overnighters and whatnot here, but it's a whole different ball game being out there for months.
Yeah. Well, one of the guys that did a VR, Wilderness Rocks. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on
The
his
one that
name.
did it.
He hiked the Appalachian Trail,
Yeah,
and what was that?
I think that if I remember right, that's probably the same person. Once I saw it, I contacted him, and we messaged back and forth, and he said he'd give me any pointers I needed because he's done it and is full of information about it. So
Yeah.
I think that's probably the same person because it was a VR. So
All right, Daryl, I just got a message from Doug, and it says, okay, now that Daryl and I are following each other, again, he's going to have to send another invite.
Okay, I did. I'll send another one.
Okay. I think the same thing happened to Randy on our first chat too. He, for some reason, he couldn't get in. You know, another thing, I'm gonna
Invite
Jenny,
is sent.
do you use Google Chrome or do you just use Internet Explorer?
I think it's I don't know what the hell it is. I really don't know what the hell it is. But Dish Bronson wants you two to do a potted meat video.
I know. My buddy Mike DeLucia did one. The funny thing was he was actually up in Eustis, Maine, camping, and he did one right at the picnic table, and I watched that, and it was like, oh my gosh, you know, that's probably going to be my same reaction because he basically put it in his mouth and immediately spit it back out, and it was just cracking up. And I was like, okay, I can do that. But then I watched the one that Doug did, and when it was in the frying pan and it was like this pink, bubbly vomit puddle, I was like, oh no, I can't eat that. That's just not right.
exactly.
But yeah, this weekend we have a couple of things to do. I think the potted meat challenge ends on Monday. So if I do something, it'll probably just have to be just a quickie. See if I can stomach it. Oh, Aiden, don't open that, buddy. Sorry, guys. Yeah, close that. That's filled with ashes from the wood stove. He's getting into a 5-gallon pail of ashes that I saved, or charcoal that I saved from the wood stove.
Okay, if Doug goes to his Google page, there's a little box in the left-hand corner. It says Stream, and when you touch on that, you can scroll down and find Hangouts. And once you click on Hangouts, it'll load up, and then on the right-hand side, it should be video. It should say Video Hangouts, and you should be able to join. I don't know if I can stomach potted meat.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not a picky eater. Like, I'll eat a 30-ounce steak and mashed potatoes and, you know, guzzle a big glass of milk and I'll be fine. But I don't know. There are some things that you look at it and you go, ooh, that's not right. Anything that's meat in a can that you go, and there's like like I said, the gelatinous jelly stuff on the top. Ugh.
And the cat comes running down from upstairs.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do them. I know I could pull it off.
I'm gonna mute my my thing for just a second.
So how you been, Shane?
Oh, I've been all right. Not a whole lot new to report.
Yeah, I got a few videos I gotta do. I gotta do some um, flint and steel with 3 different types of tinders for Chris, and then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got a wood stove that my buddy made out of soup cans that I've been wanting to try out, but the weather's been crappy and I've been sick for the last week and a half, so I really haven't, you know, been able to get out, but finally feeling better, so I'll get out
That's
there and do them.
yeah. I heard both of you guys were sick, and I woke up actually this morning feeling kind of stuffy. I hope it doesn't progress. I still feel fine right now, but I'm not looking forward to that. I hate having colds in the summer. It's like the worst time.
Yeah. I just figured
I
out how to do the chat. I seen where you can do the chat on there, right?
on our screen.
Yeah.
You see that I put up hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you post it?
I just hit enter.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I think that's just internal, like whoever's on the chat. We can. I don't think the public can see that.
No. And then the control box, I think you can give controls over to other people.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know. This is me and a few other people's had like chats, but not like real live chats and everything. So it's not too bad once you get the hang of it. So whereabouts Pennsylvania you at?
Uh, Southwestern. Sorry, I'm reading the stuff that people are typing. I I'm in the Allegheny Highlands. That probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but it's about roughly 60 miles east of Pittsburgh, kind of a straight shot over, in the middle of nothing, up in the mountains. I
So
like it
that
here. It's beautiful. It's where I grew up here, like I said, and I moved back to the Midwest in my teens and stayed pretty much out there until just about, well, it's coming up on 2 years now that I've been back here. But this area, like I said, in that maybe I didn't, but it's just ripe with history. This whole state and even this area. I don't know if you've heard of the Johnstown flood. There was a
mm-mm.
huge one in the 1700s, maybe it was the 1800s. I can't remember exactly. Um, but it pretty much wiped out the town of Johnstown, which is not far from me at all, just like 5 minutes down the road. And there was another one when I was a kid. It was like 78, maybe. I was 3 or 4 years old. And there's a bunch of history about that here. There's a museum. There's a trail. Actually, at the end of that tunnel video I did, it connects to it, and you can walk along the whole path of the trail and kind of see the history of the devastation that it did.
Did you get that link that I give you with the syntax? He
Oh
did
yeah,
these.
yeah, yeah. That turnpike.
Yeah, the turnpike. Man, me and my wife wanted to do that on Halloween.
Well, if you guys are serious about it, I am too. I want to go do it. My oldest son wants to do it. Uh, he'll be 16 around Halloween. I mean, it doesn't have to be this year, but whenever. But I don't know if you subscribe to my friend Bush Bummer either. He's on here, but
Yeah.
he wants to do it also, and he's the one that's probably going to do the trail with me if we can pull it out or pull it off. But yeah, that's over. I think it starts in Breezewood, which is about 40 miles from me, so it's not far at all. But that I agree, that would be awesome to do. Just
Yeah.
seems like such a cool place.
We watched that video, and then both me and my wife were like, we want to do that, and so we're serious about it. It'll just it might not be a Halloween thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah. How far of a drive would it be for you to get to Pennsylvania?
Oh, I don't know. It'd probably be 12 hours at least.
Wow. That's actually about exactly what it is from Illinois, like where Doug lives and where I used to live to get here. Kind of a straight shot across on 74
I might
or
save a
70.
couple hours because he's probably a couple hours west of me up in
Yeah.
there. He he lives up there by Jennifer Young, and she was
Yep.
telling me that them two don't live too far from each other.
I actually lived where I lived. There was actually right in between them two, like her town and then my town and then Doug's, kind of in a straight line in between each other, which is kind of crazy now that we're all on here. So none of us knew each other before that.
Yeah, it's a small world though.
Definitely.
I went down to see my dad in Florida a long time ago, and we were down at the beach and stopped in a 7-Eleven and ran into two of my friends that I grew up with in high school. That was
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Chris just disappeared on us.
I saw that. I think he was on his phone. I don't know if something happened or what.
I don't think he has very good internet service there.
Are you in Michigan?
Yeah, right by the lake. So if this is their Michigan, well, it'll be better that way. I'm like right here, right? The Indiana border is only like
Okay.
10 minutes from me.
So yeah, you're probably a couple hours closer than Doug. And Pittsburgh isn't. I'm maybe 2 hours east of the border with West Virginia and Ohio, so I'm not too far into the state. I mean, Pennsylvania's huge to drive across, so I'm not too far in, comparatively anyway.
Yeah. So do you ever decide what you're going to give away?
I've got a few things actually in a bag here. I still need to pick up some more. I've got a knife. It comes with a sheath. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Not 100%, but I do have some things put together. Like I said, I got a knife that's gonna be for the first place, and then I have a bunch of little odds and ends that'll be for someone's pack, like for going out camping, flashlights and that kind of stuff. Just because that's what I'm into right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
In second place, I'm kind of up in the air. I'm thinking they're going to be added to first and second, but it's probably going to be some stuff that's like local here, kind of like almost what you did with your seasoning mixes and that. Maybe some stuff from around here, just so that they can have, a piece of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, Chris and you guys got so much resources that we don't have down here.
Yeah, it's a whole different world. My wife is like amazed because she had never been out of Illinois really, but just even the insects and the little critters that are here, just 10 times different than they are if you're not in the mountains. I've been meaning to look too, because Chris sent me that chaga. I've been meaning to research and look up and see if it grows here in Pennsylvania, because I think he said it grows on birch, and I've got a lot of birch trees, but I've never seen any out there. But I think I'm maybe far enough east. Maybe it does grow here.
It's kind of. Did you got some from Chris?
Yeah,
It's kind of it's different, ain't it? It's
it
not
is.
like it's not like
Bizarre.
a mush. It's not like a mushroom. It's like a hard version of a mushroom.
Yeah, I've actually got the bag right here. It's cut in half. I've got a few pieces like this. But like he said to me that they burn it for incense sometimes. I let it dry out in the sun for a day or two. And then I just got a tiny little piece off and burn it. And it smells pretty darn good. My next step is to use it as some tea, like he showed in that video. I don't know if you watched where he boiled it. And he also shave some up and put it in like a coffee filter for like a tea bag kind of.
Yeah, I did that. I did that with the um, but I didn't shave it up. I just shaved up a bunch of it and put it in a glass with hot water and let it
Oh,
seep
did you?
for a while until it got real dark, and then I just strained it through a coffee filter into another mug.
How was it? Because I haven't tried it yet. Did you like it?
I think it's kind of like a mix between a coffee and a tea, and I put sugar in it. It's because I always have sugar in my tea or coffee anyway, so. But
Yeah.
it's definitely different. It's definitely different.
Maybe I'll try it tonight. I'm trying to convince my wife if I can get this in frame. I don't know. It's probably too small. But all you need is like a little sliver like that, and you just kind of light the end of it, and it'll sit there for 15, 20 minutes, just kind of smoldering. And it has a really nice scent to it.
Does it fill up? Does it fill up the room?
Yeah. I mean, this, what I call the man cave, pretty much is a very small room, but it'll fill this room up nicely with the smell of it. Just a little trickle of smoke that comes out of it, but yeah. And it's not, maybe it's like the flavor. It's pretty mellow. It's not like a really strong scent. It's just a nice mellow scent, kind of earthy and almost spicy, like a cinnamon or something, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. It's cool though. So I'm guessing Doug never got in. Have you got?
No,
Have you? I
I
know
don't
I
know.
have.
I sent Chris a text here, so I don't know. We were just gonna go till 9 o'clock, so
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't even realize it was 9 already. I'm guessing you're in Eastern time too.
yeah, yep.
Okay.
And then you get like right there at the Illinois border, and it switches to what was it, Central Time or
Yeah.
does your do you have a
And
different?
I'm back.
Hey,
I'm back. I'm on the phone with Doug. I've been trying to help him get on.
he's not having any luck apparently because I don't see him.
No, he's well, he just actually installed Google Chrome on his computer too to
Ah.
try that because I mean, he went at it at every single angle that we could come up with, and he could not find it.
Well, yeah, he's been on with General Banter too, so he's done it before. I don't know what's up.
Might be Hangouts on air.
That's what it is, actually. Yeah.
It should be in a box right next to Hangouts on Air.
We are live.
If you just hover over Stream, don't click on it, and then go down to Hangouts. There's a box in the middle over at the right that says Hi, the green background, and then you can click on Join there. I don't know if you probably already tried that.
He's probably got like 6 or 7 invites there.
I didn't really have to. I didn't scroll down very far at all because. Oh yeah, no. No, I clicked on the tab for Hangouts, and that gave me a drop bar, and I put the cursor all the way down on the drop bar, and the little thing that said "See Live Videos." I clicked on that, and Daryl and Shane were the first ones there, first ones on the list, and I just clicked join.
How many YouTubers does it take?
Well, Doug, I think
You
I've
should have
helped
seen
you
the
out as
first.
much as I possibly can. All right, man. Yeah, it was nice talking to you, too. All right, buddy. Take care. He's going to continue to effort. Sorry, guys. So I have something here.
I think it was that. What's that? Nice.
Is that
I'm
backwards
jealous
on
already.
your screens?
No.
Okay. Showing like it's reading it backwards when I look at it on my screen. It's funny.
Is that a purchase?
But I was going to say, yes, a purchase. My first official. I'm going to plug my computer in before it dies here. That'd be fun.
I wonder
ancient-
what Mr. Scooty sells.
Well, according to a VR that he did to my 100 plus subscribers, he dabbles in fire steels.
I thought it was feminine hygiene products.
Well, he might. You never know. But I got right here. This is my official box package opening blade
Nice.
from one Mr. Bam!
Bam.
Bam! Whew.
I'm jealous, man. I want one of those.
Well, he did that bit. I've been saying that I wanted to get a Mr. Scooty, and then he did that video where he said he was, was going to post these last ones. He wasn't going to do any more for a while, and I'm like, man, I better get on. Oh yeah.
Did you get one with the liner in it?
I don't know if you guys can see that little deer wood burning. This is one of those little short fatties. Like the Ferrocerium rod part is like a ½ inch thick.
Like a mini monster or something like that.
Yeah, mini monster.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It works.
Great.
I got another one here. Yeah, so this is the official last day of my 100 subscribers contest.
Just go ahead and send it to me, man.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. That's wicked.
I don't know if you guys saw that video that he did. This thing is like a freaking weapon.
Wow.
Bam! Wow. I have never seen a ferro rod that massive.
Throw some sparks with that. Let's see what it does.
Whoa! Holy moly.
Okay. I know.
You guys getting that?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Like the 4th of
Yeah,
July.
I'd say it. I think it throws some pretty nice sparks. And just in case you're wondering, Mark, Mr. Dutch Nice Guy, the back of this knife that you sent me has a nice 90-degree edge and shoots sparks wonderfully. Awesome.
Can you show that first one again? I didn't get to see it.
I'm an official member of the Mr. Scooty Club.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is
It
cool.
looks like it's a real, like, let me look at it again, like wood burning. It's pretty nice and deep. It's like a deer rune, but the wood is really.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it looks like I can't remember what kind of oak he said it was, but it's definitely an oak. It's got these little bumpies on each one of the corners. Just feels nice. It's pretty awesome, man.
Well, shoot, I don't know. I'm working on a walking stick right now, and that made me think of it because I'm using actually my soldering irons. I've got a couple of them that have really, really sharp points on them, so they're perfect for doing wood burning.
Nice.
And I did a Pennsylvania Shane logo on it. And I've got some of the oil I'm rubbing it down with. And I actually borrowed my brother-in-law's Dremel, because I don't have a Dremel, and I'm trying to make a pirated version of Mr. Scooty's little handle for my ferro rod. Not turning out so well, but it's fun to try and make.
Oh yeah, well that's it. Half the fun of it's just experimenting and seeing what you can do. Yeah, I thought about getting some blanks, just some ferro rods, and trying to make my own. But I have so many little pieces of gear that I want to work on, and I have leather projects that I started, and it's like as soon as the nice weather got here, it's like, where is all the time? I don't have any. If all I did was these little projects, I'd never get out into the woods.
I find myself doing it after the kids go to bed. That's like the quiet time. It's
Yeah.
either sit here and try and catch up on videos, and next thing I know, it's 3 in the morning, or I go out to the barn out there, the little shed, and like last night, I was just going along listening to music, carving on that little piece of wood, and I came in and it was freaking 3 in the morning. I was like, what am I doing? I gotta go to bed. But it's totally worth it. It's fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Did you guys see? I think you did the VR Stan Deep South Experience did for my 100 subs,
Yeah, that
where
was
he's got like
The tree ninja?
yeah the tree ninja. That was awesome.
That was.
But when he started, the way he started was, hi, I'm Deep South, and he said he was addicted to gummy bears and he's addicted to YouTube, and he's like, I stay up all night watching YouTube, so I fall asleep at my desk to wake up and watch YouTube videos at lunchtime, and then I stay late at work and sometimes until 8 o'clock and watch YouTube videos. It's like, holy crap, I do that too.
Yep.
I'm addicted. Yeah, Stan,
I
he's
know
a
the Dutch
funny
knife
guy.
guy before he started working again was doing that too. I swear,
Oh,
it didn't matter what time of the day it was here or night, he was on there.
I know. I would. I'd comment on a video for him, and whatever. It'd be like 8 o'clock at night here, 9 o'clock at night, and then he'd pop right on, and I'd be like, wait a minute, what time is it in there? And he'd be like, oh, it's only 3:37. I don't think I'm gonna go to bed tonight. And I'm just like, whoa, holy moly, that's incredible. I got one for you, Shane.
Nice.
Does that look familiar?
Yeah, it does. I want to know how to make one of those. Before your VR, I actually hadn't even seen one. It was maybe one day before that. If you know that kid fisherman guy, 44, I think he is. He's doing a little giveaway now, and one of the prizes you can choose is a monkey fist.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a smaller one, nothing that huge, but
Well, the cool thing about making one out of like a full size, like a half-inch piece of rope, is that you don't have to put anything in the middle. If you're doing one out of paracord or something smaller, it helps to put like a marble or a little ball bearing in the middle. It makes it a lot easier to tighten. And I think I was commenting actually to Bush Bummer when we were talking about that VR I did for you,
yeah.
and I said I probably shouldn't have like faded in and out of doing that, because I've had a bunch of people comment, oh geez, I got to learn how to tie that, and I'm like, oh, I kind of showed you, but then I went back and watched the video, and I'm like, no, you can't tell a damn thing from that.
Yeah, you should do another one if it's not too difficult to show. I'd like to try it.
Yeah, and there's some really good ones on the YouTube already. I mean,
Well, I guess, yeah, I didn't look it up.
there are people that with shooting knots, and I don't know if you guys have come across the same thing. Getting a camera angle that shows, what you're doing, especially on something like that where there's a lot of turns, and you keep having to flip the piece and and then do more turns and then flip the piece, and then you start weaving it in and out. Trying to find a camera angle where you're not like
Lock it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Contorting your body and like you're in this weird angle, so your back is like screaming at you, just so you can get your hands, in front of the camera. Oh,
Well, I'm glad I could provide such joy for you guys in making those videos.
Hey, Chris, if you scroll to the left side of your page,
yep.
there will be a blue box up there.
Blue
See that?
box. Yep.
And if you click that, see that?
The chat box.
Yeah.
You okay?
I don't. Okay, yeah. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yes, the group chat.
What's the screen share button do? Anyone know? I'm afraid to hit it.
I'm not afraid. But it took me 5 minutes to get back on this chat after I closed out of it, so maybe I shouldn't click it.
Select a window. Full screen.
So do you guys want to do another one soon?
I mean, I would love to get together and chat. Absolutely.
Now you guys see my whole screen, don't you?
I did for a second there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't want that. Gotta hide the porn. Just kidding.
Minimize, minimize.
How did that get on there?
We've been hacked.
Man. Yep. So I definitely am going to do my 100 subscriber video. The contest closes tonight. I'll try and get that out by this weekend, and then I gotta bite the bullet and do a potted meat one, and I gotta do the carving video, and I gotta do a video for you, Daryl. Oh my gosh, I gotta do a lot of videos.
Oh, I do too. I got to do them, the birch bark, the pine sap, and the fat wood. I'm going to do them in 3 different ones because it'll probably take 15 minutes just to get one of them started at a time, you know.
Well, I tried to give you enough material that you could take your time, maybe practice a little bit at it before you try and film it. I mean, and you don't even have to film it, man. I was just giving you guys something to do while you're out there at, trout fishing, other than casting a line.
Well, it's fun to do, you know, and the only thing that's going to be hard that I think is probably the pine sap.
Yeah. I don't want to give you any hints.
I ask you about the pine sap. I haven't tried it yet, but you use it on its own? Can you use it on its own to start?
Well, there is a trick to it, trying to get it to ignite by itself. And I will tell you, it is not easy to do. It really is more of an accelerant after you get a physical flame. As soon as it starts burning, man, it'll go right up. Another thing to consider also is that even though you might have a nice chunk, as soon as it heats up, it's going to turn into a puddle.
Yeah, okay.
So it'll kind of blob all over the place. So be wary of that if you don't want to get sticky hot pine sap all over the place.
Can you do that, like melt it and down and like soak something else with it, maybe?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I would. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to give anything away to Daryl.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
No, but honestly, it's kind of funny because I don't even have to walk 25 feet, and I will come up to a pine tree that has some sap oozing out of it. I've been using it my whole life. Same with birch trees. I mean, there's so many birch trees and pine trees in Maine. I can't imagine it. Oh, is he out?
Yeah, well, he said he'll be back, so.
Oh, he'll be back.
No, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine not being able to start a fire, like that. But some of the challenge of getting it to start with just birch bark or just fat wood or just pine sap when all you have is a ferro rod, a lot of it has to do with the actual technique of your ferro rod, but a lot of it, and the same hint that I gave Daryl in his package that I sent him is less is more. I mean, obviously, like the more air space you get in there, the better. But you're trying to light mass quantity in one whack is, you kind of set yourself up for failure. And then with all those products, they have natural oils in them that are accelerants anyway. So as soon as you get it started, I mean, you have instant, sustainable hot flame, that will get any other marginal tinders that you have going. So
I've had a lot
I
of
think
rain this week, so that
yeah,
I'm actually probably going to try some of that tomorrow morning because all of my wood that I have out there is completely soaked.
yep.
So hey guys, let's I gotta get on out of here. I gotta go to work and save some lives, so or try
All
to
right.
at least. But if you guys want to try for next Wednesday too, I don't know what your schedule is, Chris, or yours, Shane.
Yes.
Next Wednesday is good for me. I definitely won't be doing a side job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be fine too.
So
It's
for all you guys that are watching out there, I'm gonna get off here, and then I don't know if you two want to start up another chat and continue on, or what. I'm sorry, got to cut it off now, but
no, that's all right. I actually need to go too. I gotta get back to the family for a few, but
yeah, I
Yep.
only planned on for like an hour or so, and me and Chris talked earlier and said, an hour's fine, but
Yep.
before we go, Chris, can I ask you one other quick thing?
You bet.
Do you have any idea if chaga grows this far south in the mountains in Pennsylvania?
In the mountains, I would say you have a much better chance of finding it because you really need a sustained, really cold winter climate for it to grow.
Definitely here.
Yep. You're looking at like a growing zone, like for plants, it'd have to be like a 4 or a 5. As far as horticulture is concerned, anything above that, and you're not going to get chaga growing.
All right. Cool.
So.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Daryl. Thank you for letting me open up my Mr. Scooty package with you guys. I appreciate that.
that's awesome. I wish we could chat longer, but there'll be other chats. So
Duty calls.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
let's do.
I'm gonna stop the broadcast now. We'll still be able to talk.